Hopefully the ambient noise gets a little bit muted at some point. I mean, I understand it's a volcano, but it's somewhat annoying. Don't take damage from touching the walls. They're just seemingly hot. Magnesium stone. When used, creates a dim, sputtering light for 5 seconds. Although capable of creating a brief flame when ignited, this stone is far more useful when combined with other ingredients, which means I'm dumping it immediately. Where is it? Also, it looks different after you pick it up. Yes. Can't really interact with anything. Not going to try.
It's not good for my boots.
Scorching, searing, sizzling.
Not gonna try jumping into lava. I'm taking for granted that it's lethal. Maybe not immediately, but I'll need to get out of it quickly. That's dragon blood. It's basically a time bomb. But I have bombs of my own. I don't need additional bombs. That's the entire point of buying the goddamn explosive spell. I'm not actually sure if the game treats it like a bomb though. However, I don't see what would be the difference. It's something that I should at least keep in mind. No guarantee that it functions in the same exact manner. But I think I have a couple of bombs anyway. No? No. Excellent. That's the thing. It's clearly an item there. There. How do you get there? I don't think I have the reach to get it. Alright. Maybe you can get it from another direction. Hostile? Hostile. Yeah. Using ice arrows. He heals. The target healed. Fire elementals. The rich exoskeleton of these creatures houses a volcanic furnace capable of turning stone to molten slag in seconds. They require an incredibly hot environment to survive. They tend to spend their time below the surface or in vast underground magma lakes, coming to the surface infrequently to feed. Their elemental nature allows these lava serpents to actually regenerate when exposed to any form of fire damage. They are susceptible to cold attacks, taking twice the damage normally inflicted. But even my cold bow attack barely did anything to them. And they definitely regenerate, that's the problem. If I can burst damage, there shouldn't be a problem, but if I can't, the regeneration becomes increasingly... killing them takes increasingly longer and longer periods of time. I need to test the actual cold spells on them, maybe they do more damage. Another one. Sort of wall that you can see through, but not really. You can't get through. Right. Although there's clearly nothing here. Right, we need to get there. This passageway seems to get... was it exactly there? Yeah, I think it was there. This passageway gets very close to it. It's in another layer. It's the same layer. Yeah, it's definitely that one. So there should be a passage close by. Fire beetles. Do not be misled by the small size of these insects. The small furnace that they house within their brightly colored carapace is capable of generating massive amounts of heat. Possessing a hive mentality, they will attack in large groups if threatened. So are they hostile immediately or not? How the fuck do you get there? This is getting further and further away. Doesn't go anywhere in the same direction. But there's clearly an item there. How in the holy fuck are you supposed to get it then? There's nothing in the map also to indicate that there's anything behind really the location. Like a long passageway or something. Okay. Mystery solved, I guess. So, should I just start randomly shooting at walls at this point? I still don't see how...
I wish I had packed a lunch.
Yeah, I still don't see how even if I jump in there, how the hell am I gonna get out? But, well, problem for another time, I guess. What's happening? Oh. I actually took surprisingly little damage. Vulcan staff. A fine wooden staff etched with orange and red runes. Although it equips in the melee equipment slot, the missile equipment slot must remain empty for this weapon to be used properly. Yeah, we're gonna use an identification stone for this one. Elementals summoned by the staff inflict a significant amount of magical fire damage. At close range, the might of the staff is very poor and it is best to retreat until the elemental forces of the weapon can be brought to bear. When activated, the staff summons a group of fire elementals that will attack nearby targets. If forced to fight in melee range, however, it functions as a normal staff. I don't see how it would be useful here. It's just fire creatures. Right, so I can harm myself with this, that's it. No indication that it has any charges or anything. So it's a guaranteed ranged attack fire spell. Wait. See this? It's clear as day, but it's not really visible there. Don't think you can actually... yeah, for fuck's sake, can't see shit. I don't think you have any way of accessing this place here. And it's not marked in the map anyway, but it is clearly here, so if you just pay any attention, you could have seen it. It's a slight thing, but it's there. It's a good indication how easily it is to miss things in the game. I'm not actually sure how useful the staff is going to be. Actually it's worthless here, but in other worlds it will be very useful. However, I already have a bow that sort of fires fireballs. The enemy is vulnerable to fire. So how much better would be the staff be, especially if you had to sacrifice your melee capability to use it. So it might be better just sell it off. I do want to test things though, so that's unlikely to happen until I've at least found some vulnerable enemies to fight. So we can increase the pressure, I guess. Or what? Could be bugs somewhere. The fire beetles. Quite a few actually. They don't seem to be attacking now. So I'm going to leave them alone. They keep leaving me alone. Two tunnels and a ledge. Long sword, not a. Actually, is it better than the short sword? I sort of recall that it's not. It has a different damage type. Gorgonite nodules, not interested really. Although they were a crafting component. Gorgonite nodules, yeah. Magnesium stone and dream shards. We can get magnesium stones and gorgonite nodules from here. No idea about dream shards though. I'm not taking them though. It's just too much inventory space to waste. I suppose technically you could carry these things out of here and store them somewhere, but I have no real confidence that that's going to. You can store your items that way and they're not just gonna magically disappear. I sort of don't want to leave the box alive, because if they start attacking me in a low space like this, I don't know if I can do all that much against them. Can't dodge their attacks really. They're gonna be coming at both directions, so I could be in real trouble. New enemy. Lesser fire drakes. Dragons take thousands of years to reach full maturity. These four-legged immature drakes tend to travel in groups, unlike their full-grown counterparts who are solitary and antisocial. Just beginning to breathe fire, they are fairly intelligent and are capable of great cunning. I'm assuming it's gonna be hostile. Shields up, lights on. Vulnerability to ice, no regeneration.
Dragons are tough. Small package, big problems.
Dragon meat. Very rare. I don't really care though. Should be getting there, but there's no way I can see that that's possible. Water below, but its drop is too much. I'll die. This is a path forward at some point. Very likely at least. Fighting the Drake with the shield on, we could more or less ignore the shots we took, so we took damage, but not really all the noticeable amount of it. The single motherfucking bug attacked me, I'll just kill all of them. Definitely an opening there. Not sure how I could possibly ever reach it though. I'll just use the shield here just in case. Not that big of a drain on my mana. If things start to go south, I'll at least have more time to react to it. This has to do something. It looks like these little vents we can close down are switches for it, so we activate them by closing them. Something happens. Otherwise, I have no idea what to do next. Activates the pillar. I think we're just supposed to drop down.
I will seek a hand weapon for your use.
Seems like a tunnel run. Very much like a tunnel run.
Oh, so you want to play rough?
Lesser fire drakes. Their tough scaled hide and internal furnace makes these creatures resistant to fire damage and susceptible to the effects of gold-based attacks. No shit. This type of information I must have. There's a ledge there. Okay. Easy. Moving platforms. Wonderful. At least they don't sink into the goddamn thing. There are ledges on both sides of this.
that I warn you. My body is a trained and deadly weapon.
Drake, dude. Talk. Right. Doesn't look like there's anything all that important on the ledges. Easier way to get back here, start from the beginning. If you want to do that for some unknown reason. Probably gonna hold on the other ledge too. Although I don't spot it at the moment. At the same time, they're usually not very easy to spot close by. I'm far away. You have to be fairly close. Yeah, there's one.
Why don't you just go ahead and...
I barely take any damage from their attacks. That's with or without a shield.
Don't mess with me, you little...
Looking at the map, it doesn't look like I really missed anything. Maybe something there, but it will also be that I just didn't see the wall. The most distressing part is that this seems like a gauntlet. Nothing really interesting here, it's just environmental obstacles and enemies. So very dull. It seems like close range attacks and spells work just fine. But I might be able to boost a little bit of extra damage out of them. However, against these that don't seem to be regenerating really, it doesn't matter. The elementals that are the problem. I can still kill them with the bow even if they're in the lava, but not an easy task necessarily. That's an item. Right, this is a little bit different from the previous areas. Passage there. We need to find a safe passage below, but there's I think that's a spiked shield there. Looks like a metal shield with a few spikes. I think that's the skills that sold it. Spiked iron shield. The front of this well-made shield bristles with sharp iron spikes, rare. Defense is 134, 136. When using this shield, a spiked iron shield, the damage of every close range physical attacks is increased by 10 points. So it's just a better thing, really. No ifs or buts about it. Better at defense, better at attacking. The only close range physical attack, so we haven't fought like that all that much. Not when the enemy is using range attacks. I think that's where we need to go. Now this goes to the start, so you could have had a much easier time trying to reach the next area if you had used this ledge. Amber, that's probably an amber vein, I don't care about it. That looks different. Morphera. One of the few dragons left in the lands, Morphera's domain within her caves has gone unchallenged for ages. With the recent death of her mate, she has become far more volatile and far more dangerous. Not attacking us. Path blocked by fire. Any way to interact?
My darling, you're in.
Excuse me, I didn't realize dragons could cry.
Who are you, little man, and how dare you disturb my morning?
Again, excuse me. I am Copper, and I'm seeking my lost soul in this dimension. I did not mean to intrude upon whatever grief you are experiencing.
Grief? It is not grief, it is tragedy. Now begone. This is sacred ground here, and your presence defiles it. Consider yourself a fortunate adventurer and go somewhere else.
Fortunate? Me? You don't know me, that's obvious.
Nonetheless, you are fortunate. Fortunate that I am feeling gracious towards helpless lesser creatures during my mourning. Otherwise, I would eat you now.
I think you'd have some trouble chewing on me.
Would I? Heed me, little man. Should you desire the sun to ever shine on your pasty little face again, begone!
I'm not going to try to talk to her further. Path forward seems to be open now. Don't really get what's the point of her though.
Maybe I should have been more respectful.
Stupid. Shouldn't tease dragons.
Can go up or continue in these caves. Although I don't really see the point of going up at the moment. Several passageways. Still, these sort of look like the... not this one, but these look like the pillars that were moving the earlier area. So I wonder if we have to do something similar here. I'll go take a quick look where the passageway here leads to. Is it forward or is it just a side passage? Certainly big enough to be a main passage. Yeah, there's a switch there. Well, I don't see why we wouldn't use these. No situation has using these been a bad thing. Yeah, it's probably just a switch for the previous room. There's no way to move forward from this one. Yeah. Getting the hang of this. Oh, there are multiple moving pillars here. Well, there are 2 additional passages I can access. Yes, 2 additional pillars make sense.
I could eat a horse. Although I do suppose a whole horse without any potatoes or bread or vegetables would be sort of a boring meal.
That didn't sound like nothing. Sounded like a growl. Definitely a growl.
Shocking.
Right, one passageway, another passageway. It would be best to put your appetite on hold with regard to this fine specimen of dragon meat and take it to the highest bidder. Is it really that valuable? It would have to be worth like 100 silver pieces, or pieces at least, to be worthwhile. Wait, and it only stacks up to 3 when normal meals stack up to 20? Ah, that's bullshit. Still, we have 2 passageways. Leaning toward The left one being something that doesn't actually move us forward, and the right one being the one where we have to go. Go to this one first. Sure, there's a good place to actually access it. Oh, holy shit! Holy shit, it's far away. Hard to gauge distances. We need to access it from much lower. Where the hell did I even enter this place? I think this would be reasonable. Close, close. That's Coco's hat. Okay. A lot of dragon blood. You can also take a peek at some other area. That's very likely where the other passage leads then. Lots of enemies. Right. Expecting a lot of fighting. Sure, I managed to kill it. I think it just dove under the fire. Or not. Guess it wouldn't leave a body if it's in the lava. At least not one I can access. Healing scroll. Really have the space for this. I don't really want to leave anything here either. gold isn't worth that much. Worth more than some of the items I have, but not. The difference isn't that big. Don't want to dodge his attacks. More important that I get to do maximum damage. Right, the next stage should be the hole I saw from the little opening. Didn't look like natural caves anymore, clearly some sort of a structure, massive structure. I'll wait until the shield runs out so I can renew it. It should give us 60 seconds effective combat time to at least clean out some of the enemies. I'm not sure this shield is the best one, because they are basically breathing fire on us, so I think the magical shield might be better. Can't actually shoot the fucker. Dodge, just doing damage. I don't know what that is.
We fight soon. Nice!
I killed things, I'm not sure what I killed. I think there were more enemies here. Or what that? Ooh, it's an elemental.
Oh, so you want to play rough?
Spittle.
What is that? Brotherhood of Steel has been here apparently.
Tough little bugger, aren't you?
Swine.
And some nodules, Gorgonite.
Time for me to dole out.
Okay, this place seems to be respawning these, so not sure how long I want to just stick around here.
We fight soon. Spittle.
Oh, so you want to play rough?
Not super dangerous for us, but will drain our resources. Yep.
Cyrus is not scared.
I think Cyrus died. Go to Cleric's Guild to resurrect my familiar, right? I don't think so. He hasn't done anything useful here, so I'm not wasting resources to let him. Okay, they resurrect. Just a way to leave the place. Yeah, it doesn't actually go anywhere new. I need to move forward. This is just a matter of time before this is gonna hit the balls badly.
Perhaps I could find... Oh, so that's the way it's going to be, huh?
Exactly, he's even shooting at me. Out the box. Everything shoots fireballs here. I can't get anything out of the box. Footprints, dragon footprints are trigger plates, right. As with most insects, fire beetles are resistant to crushing. As a result, they only take half damage from blunt and impact attacks. Their environment affords them powerful resistances to fire attacks while robbing them of any defenses against cold. Something odd about the map. Yeah, something to the sides. Like up there. I don't think I can access that. There's infinitely respawning fire elementals there, so I think I'll just move on. They're not exactly meant for humans, this structure. Not leaving anyone alive anymore.
Time for me to dole out some justice.
Bombs. I haven't seen any use for the bombs though. Not real good use. Not sure why they're offering them. New enemies. Fire Wisp. These violently burning spheres of flame serve as guardians of the ancient dragon city that lies at the heart of the volcanic portal world. Okay.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, fairly vulnerable to ice damage, I'd say. Like more than anything else so far. I'm getting a little low on magic. 144. 28.
Time for me to dole out some justice.
They don't look like they're interested in talking or even capable of it, so I'm not really interested in anything with them.
Oh, so that's the way it's going to be, huh?
It's the way it's gonna be. Yeah, these guys seem to be spawning here.
Oh yeah?
Fairly harmless though, so it doesn't matter. I think the most harmless creature I've seen so far. It's riding on here. I don't understand what it means. Looks like there are 3 doors here. Something at the center pedestal. A different type of markings. A thingamajig. And interact with it. Right. Pick a direction and go, I guess.
Time for me to dole out some justice.
What is this? Yeah, this seems to be... maybe the others aren't quite this far away. Right, the northernmost is likely the shortest. Simply because there's not that much room there.
Oh, so you want to play rough?
Yeah, I'm sure this logic applies. It's an eyeball though. Right, instant death falls. A lot of levels. Oh shit. One level. This is a massive, massive place. Sure how I could get there. A little bit higher at least. Wisps gain strength when exposed to external sources of heat. Taking normal damage from physical attacks, they are dispelled quickly when exposed to cold. Yeah, so I noticed. have to jump off very quickly from this. That's where we need to go. It's not actually an easy thing to reach. Yeah, all the passageways seem to be long and troublesome, so we might as well go forward with this. I doubt we're gonna have short, easy paths no matter what we choose. The markings, familiar markings from the center room. But none of it seems to be of any real use. See anything interesting in any of the side ledges? Looks suspicious, but sure what I could possibly do with it. Didn't press a switch this time. Oh shit. Currently in a new location. The standard button there. It's identical to the previous side, the other side. There should be nothing here. I'll only take a quick look. Here's the bomb. Something. Heart zone. Click on familiar to use. A small heart-shaped rock that is warm to the touch. Very rare. Osiris is dead, so can't really use it. I want to see what it does. These stones have been bathed in the waters of an ancient spring. When touched to the corpse of a bound familiar, the creature will instantly be brought back to life. Okay, but how do you use it? Click on familiar to use. Maybe you can just click. Yeah. Right, so it's sort of a lesser limestone, I guess. Only purpose is to resurrect the familiar. Still, that's something I don't think I would have guessed on my own. Well, I might have guessed, but like in a very vague sense that it might do something like that. Not something I could possibly know. I think it's a fairly good use of a lore stone. New item, new purpose. More dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is a bomb. Well, unless they've changed that, I guess. But it is very clearly a timed bomb, and it was a piece of shit because of it. You just can't use it that way. Any moving opponent is impossible to really hit. Any standing still opponent, yeah, sure, but you can kill them in a much more easier and convenient manner, so why would you bother? I can hear enemies. I don't see enemies. Is this actually burning lava? No. Firestorm. And teleportation. Okay. Roll with this. This ancient magic spell releases a furious hail of mini fireballs that will rain down from the sky ceiling and strike all targets within the spell's area of effect, about 50 feet. Requires ancient magic to cast. Don't mind it. Soul would have been more than 1,000 silver crowns. I mean, if we would have to buy this, I'm actually sure we could have bought this. You can buy the Blizzard, so this is basically the same as Blizzard, but fire. Here's another path, right? Right. Maybe another spell. I haven't been here. Looks familiar, but I haven't been here. Probably a moving platform then. Oh shit. More bombs. Multiple levels. Right, I think I'll take a look at what's here, but I'll leave it at that. This could take quite a while before we can have a chance to finish this. The elevator level or room we encountered previously had 2 elevators on multiple levels there. I don't think there are a lot of different passages, but there might be items and things like that to find there. Not particularly concerned with items in general. I wouldn't dismiss them. There's a passageway there. Passageway there. A lot of shitty items. I think I want to go here. Not sure how I would get there. Maybe if I jump from there. A possibility, but I'm not sure if it's a great possibility. Another opening. How the fuck do you get there? I think I'll go and use the large door there. There could be passages from it. If not, we'll have to figure out something. My current idea would be to just jump there from a ledge. Might not be all that simple to do, but I'm sure you can do it. Right, it just need to find the correct ledge to do it from. It would be tricky here. I think if you basically miss it, you're dead anyway, so I wouldn't want to try it immediately. Okay. Passageways are if you drop in the water. I think there might be simple passageways and nothing else. The way for you to fix your mistake of falling down. Right. At least this is. The other was in a much more convenient location, so I wonder if that's different. No. Just there to fix your mistakes. In some ways I'm actually pleased about that, because it means I don't have to worry about finding some sort of secret. This isn't actually open anymore. Okay, a lot of eyeballs. Looks like a platform. It just keeps going and going and going. One door. Another. Oh my goodness. Do it in sequence, so. Yeah, this is much more massive than I initially thought this would be. Multiple levels, tons of lifts. And for what? Basically a single spell so far. That's another teleporter, I think. Let's see where it goes. Not a teleporter. More dragon blood. And another. God damn it.
This must be a tomb in here.
Seems undisturbed. Maybe something of value inside.
But how would I even open this? There's nothing to interact with. There's nothing to use. Like there are multiple tombs. So I came here to rob graves. That it. The tomb on this one is on a lower floor. Okay, this elevator brings you up here so you can do a robot tomb, right? But there's nothing actually here for you to do. You can sort of interact with this. And then nothing. I have no idea how I died there. The drop wasn't big enough for me to die. I guess because I tried to force myself into a location that's not actually the place you're supposed to go. Either way, I don't really see the point of this. Not on its own, something else has to be done at least. It's a surprisingly boring place for compared to how impressive it looks. There's really very little here. And we're back at the beginning. There's a passage there. Right, I think we just go to the top. We want to continue exploring the tomb. Why the fuck am I not just loading? Should be near the grave. Really one passage here and two. Something there. Ah, that's the portal. Right, so we don't want to go there. Another marker. Right, tomb sections, that's what they look like. I wonder if you can blow open the tombs.
This looks like a treasure chest or something. Let's look inside.
Inside. Look inside.
Dragon's blood. Click to throw or place be used. The blue crystal vial filled with bubbling red liquid, very rare. Stone of the Cobra. This tiny granite statuette can be worn as an amulet. I have to identify it. When worn, this device will have the weapon recovery time of melee weapons. Placing this relic around the neck produces a hastening effect, causing everything nearby to move at a slightly slower rate. So doubles your melee attack speed, which is already by far the most efficient way to kill things. Oh, I can live with that. Yeah. This melee was already overpowered, why not double the damage it does? What could possibly go wrong? Oops, better not stay there. Be another tomb on the upper level. At least I feel like I'm getting worthwhile loot, I just don't... The areas don't really feel like I'm earning things. I'm just scouring empty hallways and getting fantastic loot.
This place looks like a mausoleum or a tomb or something. Wonder what this says.
Dragon talk. Lies.
Yeah. No idea what they say. So basically really getting nothing out of these. Minor items and some greater artifacts. Still one extra passage to test. If it doesn't end there, I mean in a similar area like this, but instead just goes on and on, I think I'll end things here. It's something we can wrap up relatively quickly. We'll wrap it up before even the two other passages for another time. But yeah, keep doubling your attack speed. That's pretty goddamn drastic of a boost, and this is the first world we went into. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to end here. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? Just more dragon blood. Other passageways just continues forward. Weird structure. Serve a purpose. I'm basically dead. The regeneration ring restored my life to full after I died the first time, so very useful backup. But it doesn't look like there's any purpose in trying to go there. Not necessarily. What is that? That's one of these cubes. Might be able to get to the center, but I don't really see what I would gain from it, so moving on. Still going further north. Like traps, maybe? And it goes higher and higher and higher. Well, it looks like another tomb system though, so should be a dead end this time. Hopefully something useful.
This looks like a tomb in here.
If this is the tomb of Morphira's mate, we should look for a nice surprise in here.
Teleporter. So there are two teleporters. One worthwhile tomb. Right. Suppose technically that teleporter room could have access points somewhere else, but I'm not going back there. I don't think it has. So, I'm not sure what that was. There was the spell, a tomb system, and that was just the first of the three. That said, there's not really all that much threat if you don't want to go jumping into lava lakes and things like that. Get crushed by a elevator. Right, two more to go.